Would somebody like to move the third recommendation with a particular person to vote for? Councillor Leslie?
Yeah, I'd like to move that with the recommendation of Mayor Erica Vickery of Narracourt Lisondale Council as the nomination for the LGA President.
Do I have a seconder for that? Councillor Schofield? Councillor Ridley, do you want to speak to that?
Only to say that I've looked through the nominations and I feel that Mayor Erica Vickery, in my mind, is the person that I'd like to most see in that position, and I think would be very representative of the broader local government association and interests. It has some real synergies with our own council. That's another with the particularly with the primary industries type sector and that around across the freeway. So that's why I'm putting Mayor Erica Vickery forward.
Thank you, Councillor Ridley. Councillor Schofield?
Thank you, and that is likewise reading through the small CVs that we have in front of us. I believe that she would be the most appropriate to carry out that position.
Thank you, Councillor Schofield. Does anybody else want to speak to that recommendation? In that case, I'll put it to the floor. All those in favour? Those against? That's lost. Would somebody like to move somebody else? Councillor Robertson?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to move that we propose Mayor Parks from Alexandrina.
Do I have a seconder for that? Thank you, Councillor Kemp. Would you like to speak to that, Councillor Robertson?
Yes, I would, Mayor. I read through all of these the CVs that were there, their proposals for what they were going to do, and I was pretty disappointed that none of them talked about the need for the local government association to form closer relationships with the chambers of commerce. They're all focusing on government and grants, I suspect. But the only one that mentioned innovation, which is what we're in the middle of with our, all the councils are in the middle of in terms of the implementing the corporate software, was Mayor Parks. So that's why I was going to vote for him.
Thank you, Councillor Robertson. Councillor Kemp?
Thank you, Mayor Jenkins. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a personal nature that, you know people, you know how they perform and how they act. And Mayor Parks has done a reasonable job over the last quite a few years, and you get to know a person. Unfortunately, you don't get to meet all the other candidates who are putting their names up to understand them, and you only can go from what they've stated in their CV here. But I just feel that Mayor Parks, who's been in this area for a long time, would have a better understanding of the whole holistic view of what the local LGA are doing for all the communities, especially on the Southern Flurio, for sure. That's why I'll support him. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kemp. Does anybody else want to speak to this resolution? Councillor Hales?
Thank you, Mayor Jenkins. Similarly to Councillor Robertson and Councillor Kemp, I think it's important that we support Mayor Parks in this. I think he would have better understanding of local government from a Victor Harbour point of view and better able to represent our region, but also from, similar to what Councillor Robertson said, from the information we were given and presented by the candidates, he was the one who put forward the closest thing to a plan, a vision, something out of the ordinary for the Local Government Association. It wasn't just, I'm really good at managing things, please give me the job. It was something more than that, I believe. And I think having observed how he's performed his role over at Alexandrina over the last couple of terms, he's very adept at dealing with some very complicated personalities, and that's something you absolutely need. for this position, so happy to endorse Mayor Parks for this.
Thank you, Councillor Hales. Does anybody else want to speak to this? No. Councillor Robertson, did you want to close the debate? No. I'll put recommendation 3, that council resolve to vote for Mayor Parks to be the Local Government Association President. All those in favour? Those against? That's carried unanimously.
South Coast Television, your community, your voice.